Welcome back to Avalon and Ninth. Please make sure to subscribe, like, comment, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. We are here with another 52 weeks plan with me. That's right, 52 weeks of fandom. So, I know. You guys are like, you haven't posted one of these since, let me see, October 1st. So, a month, you guys. Oh my gosh. That's so embarrassing. I have them all filmed. I just haven't been able to sit down and do this thing that I do with you all. And I'm still apparently in a squeaky chair. I decided to swap out the chair for just not a rolling chair, not my office chair, and it's still squeaky when I move. So, such is my life. I guess squeaky chairs are just part of it. Anyways, I'm here for week 36 and 37. We have this kit right here is from Sweet Bean Plans. This is on her old paper. This is an old kit. I've had this kit forever. So, I finally have made some decisions about next year's project. So, I know that a lot of you know that I was going to do 52 weeks of Harry Potter. However, I'm not close enough to 52 weeks of kits. So I was thinking that I would do 52 weeks of fandom part 2. Obviously change it up. It's not going to be this day in history type thing. We're going to actually make it an actual memory planner for the kids. So I'm going to actually do pre-planning. That's what I'd love to do. And then we're going to make it foiled, obviously. And that way I can use some of the other fandom kits that I have in my stash, but then I can also obviously throw in Harry Potter. So that's kind of what I was thinking of doing, because I just can't quite assemble that many kits. And I don't want a ton of repetitive themes either. So it isn't that there isn't those kits out there. It's just a lot of them use the same clip arts, which there's nothing problematic about that at all. Nothing problematic about that. But I don't want those kind of repetitive themes. So it's been a little bit on the difficult side. So I think we're going to go 52 weeks of fandom part 2 and include include a lot of Harry Potter in there. And then we're going to switch it up. It's not going to be a this day in history. So the 6. 1522. So I'm using my pen here. I'm using this pen that I got when I was down in Houston. And I think these pens need to really be worked with. I think there's some air bubbles in the ink container thing, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called, because I get a lot of skipping. So I really did not enjoy writing with this pen. So I think it needs to be, you can see right there. And I don't know if it has something to do with the fact that this is kind of a slight textured page. So maybe it would work better on smoother paper. I don't know. Gonna have to test it out. See, I tried my other one and it just does not want to work very well either. So, the TDIH stands for This Day in History, and then the little emoji is from the Coffee Monsters Co. In 1522, Magellan's expedition completes the first circumnavigation of the world in the ship, the Victoria. So, like I said, I don't do anything else in this planner. I just do this this project, This Day in History. So there ends up being a lot of white space, and that kind of has turned me off a little bit, if I'm being honest. Let's be honest about it. It has kind of turned me off a little bit. So that's why I'm rethinking what to do next year. We know there's going to be Harry Potter, and we know that there's going to be foiled, but it's I think just finally we're just going to do 52 weeks of fandom part 2. Plus, having to say 52 weeks of foiled Harry Potter is actually kind of a mouthful. Yes, awkward silence. It is a mouthful. All right, on to Tuesday the 7th. You obviously saw that I was still struggling with that pen. So in 1813, the United States nickname for Uncle Sam was named after Samuel Wilson, a meat packer who supplied the U.S. Army with barrels of beef during the War of 1812. So that is how the United States got the nickname Uncle Sam. and all of that. It was not something that started early on. It came with the War of 1812. This was a gentleman who decided from the goodness of his heart that he was going to supply, the soldiers with beef so that they could continue to fight, and they were so thankful, and they called him Uncle Sam, and that just kind of moved on to becoming the nickname of the United States. So, Wednesday the 8th, and of course, I just start messing up. This was not, I remember doing this week, and it was like, okay, pen issues, can't spell issues, it was just, I was like, well, we're catching it on camera. I can't, redo this. So, yeah, embrace the mistakes, because you never know when they might bring beauty, all right? So, 1504, Michelangelo's statue of David was revealed to the public. It is 17 feet tall and weighs 12,000 pounds. It was carved from a single block of white Italian Carrara marble. That right there just, I can't even write a word without making a mistake. I could not imagine carving something from a single block of marble and not making a mistake. That is, he knew his craft. Let's face it, he knew his craft and was just amazing at it. Okay, on to Thursday. So I do have, I'm all caught up in 52 weeks plan with me. It's we're there. I just got to do these voiceovers and get them scheduled. It has been, since the move, well, let's face it, since earlier this year when we found out we were moving and having to get everything going, it's been a fun ride. And if you watch my, normal plan with me is the ones that I use my kits in, you'll know all the adventures that I go on. Trust me, I don't want to go on those adventures. I really, really don't. So, Thursday, the 9th, 1969, Ho Chi Minh is buried in Hanoi. 250,000 attendees were at the funeral. So this was obviously Vietnam War era and all of that fun jazz. I had actually read a full story, and then because I don't make notes, I don't have it for you. Talk about some epic failures going on here. All right, Friday the 10th, 2008. CERN's Large Hadron Collider is powered up and is referred to as history's biggest science experiment. That's right. And I believe this was CERN is the one that, what is it? Oh, is it called the God molecule? I'm looking it up right now. What is it? Maybe not. I don't remember. But I want to say that CERN is the one that, they eventually, did stuff and, were able to actually witness, the God molecule or something like that. I didn't really have to look into it. I'm sure maybe somewhere down the line, or maybe I totally missed it during this whole year in terms of that. So, anyways, Saturday the 11th, obviously this was back in September, so you know what I'm going to put down here. On the 11th, 2001, terrorists flew planes into the World Trade Center, the Pentagon. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Terrorists flew planes into the World Trade Center and the Pentagon. So 2 planes went into the World Trade Center, 1 into each building. 1 plane went into the Pentagon, and then the 4th plane, passengers intervened and prevented it from making it to its final destination. So that 4th plane had not fully gotten, taken off, and so people had heard what was going on. They'd been able to receive text messages from families, this, that, and the other. Obviously, flights had not been grounded by that point. And then when they got up in the air and all that stuff, they realized that they were the 4th plane and proceeded to fight for their lives. I mean, I think that's still even an understatement, but that's what what happened? So, 1940, Lascaux cave paintings are discovered. These are prehistoric cave paintings of animals. Surprisingly, these cave paintings were discovered by like a bunch of teenagers that were just exploring. And so there's some of the earliest prehistoric cave paintings we have. And yeah, so we're going to move on to week 37. So, oh yeah, I got to zoom out so you can like actually see it. It looks really good. Looks really good. Now we're going to flip the page. We're going to do this. So I have been doing these because I'm able to obviously like do my this day in history days in advance. And then obviously one video is so short, I just combine the both of them and sit down and do 2 spreads at once, which is another reason why I kind of want to change it up for next year, because I feel that that's just kind of not conducive to the whole planning stuff, and I've really slacked on having a memory planner for anything this year. So yeah, all right. This one is, I've had this kit for a really, really long time. It is from the shop Triple Threat Planner. It is, you know, Les Mis based. There was only 2 kits that I got from her, and that was Les Mis and Rent. So I'm not a big fan of like huge pieces of deco. However, in this planner with this theme going on, because I have so much white space, the big deco helps me out a lot. So yeah, it's interesting when you do projects like this, because you start to come across things that normally you wouldn't use or are attracted to, and you use them and you start to find like, oh, I can see where the benefits come from that. So that's another reason why I do this project, because it forces me to have to use so many other people's kits and their designs, and I have to get a little creative, because what was it? I talked about it in one of my last videos, that my planning style really has not changed a lot. That I was looking at previous pictures, and had noticed that like my Monday with the sticky note up at top, and then, you know, the full box, and the way that I stagger everything, I've been doing that for about 3-4 years, probably 4 years now. So it kind of is what it is. However, I still kind of keep to my whole kind of layout. Obviously this is not a sticky note, but it's a quarter box, and I still have that kind of layout. But doing this project, you know, there's bow dividers in here, there's larger deco, there's quarter boxes with, you know, actual characters on them. Like, this is a whole thing going on that I have to like work around out of my normal planning style. So that's what I really enjoy about this project, because it allows me to, because you never know when you're going to find something you like and want to incorporate it into your everyday planning style. That's right. So Monday, the 13th, 1996, Tupac Shakur dies of gunshot wounds sustained during a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas. How old was I then? I was 12. Sorry, I had to do the math. Math's hard sometimes, especially early in the morning when you're doing this, because you should have been doing this the night before. But I digress. So see, like this quarter box right here. Oh, and you saw obviously the little bow divider and stuff. But this quarter box right here has the characters on it. Well, I don't want to cover them up. So it's like, how do I incorporate this? Do I need to adjust the sizes of my scripts for some things? Do I need to have a multitude of size scripts so that when I come across boxes like this, I'm not layering over the top? Like, how does it all look together? Does that all make sense? I sure hope it does. All right, 1814. Francis Scott Key pens The Star-Spangled Banner. It is a poem that is later set to music. So, I think it was during like the War of 1812, and I think there was like a whole thing. See, I really should make notes. This is why I hate getting really behind, and sometimes when I get behind, I'm just like, scratch it. We're just moving forward, skip it, because I read all of these things, but I forget to make notes. It's like, where would I make the notes so that I don't forget them? I need like a big long sticky pad that I make the little notes and stick it on that page, and then, you know, obviously, you know, when I go to film this, I can say what I need to say. I don't know. It's Friday, you guys. Literally, as soon as I get done with this voiceover, this video is going up. It has been a week. I'm tired, and I'm sure you can hear that, and I am really frustrated at myself that I don't have more information that I can give you guys for some of these this day in history, because that was the whole point of the project. So I need to figure myself out. All right. The 15th, 2008, Lehman Brothers declared bankruptcy. They become the largest victim of the subprime mortgage crisis. Oh, do I have thoughts about that one? Like, whatever. You knew what you were doing. I don't really think that when you know what you're doing, you can really be victim. I mean, they destroyed so many people's lives with the whole subprime mortgage crap. Anyways, I digress. If you were one of those people affected by it, know that my heart goes out to you. We were affected by it in many ways. So yeah, like, but it was one of those things that I thought was really important. So, moving on to Thursday. 1620, the Mayflower departs England with 102 passengers. So I figured that's a better, happier one after the one on Wednesday. Obviously, if you're here in the United States, having the Mayflower depart and come over here is definitely something you can be proud of, because many of us would not be here if it wasn't for that initial voyage to come over. So, and of course, I always have to drop stickers. Luckily they lift up pretty well. So, the 17th. Oh, I've done no, that's not it. Okay, that was from a different one. Sorry, I was just reading, getting ahead of what I'm supposed to tell you. 1976, NASA unveils its first space shuttle, the Enterprise, in Palmdale, California. Now, I can't remember if it's coming up or if I already said it about a space probe that has been, I think it was in one of the previous videos, the space probe that's been out there for like so many years, I can't even remember how many years now, and is still sending information back. I think that's really, really cool. So, but I do feel like there was just a very small era of like astronauts in space and it being just, something we did. And maybe it's because obviously going into space takes a lot of effort, a lot of years, all of this. So it's not something that can be done quickly, but I feel like it was just in a small era where things happened and now we're just not interested as much anymore. It's just kind of sad. But it's like when it takes years for a shuttle or a space probe to get somewhere, it's really kind of hard to keep I'll just say it's kind of hard to keep me interested. I'm not going to say it's hard for the general public, but I'll just say me. Okay? So, we're going to move on to some aliens now. So, 1973, Jimmy Carter files a report on UFO sighting, claiming he saw one in 1969. Like, I want to see what that report says. What the heck did he see? Like, I want to know that. Aliens and UFOs have always fascinated me. Maybe that's why I'm like, come on, NASA, let's can we, like, is there something really out there? Could there be something out there? Like, yeah. All right, and we have one last day, and of course, I have to do all the prep and get this all going. So once again, see, character on the quarter sheet, definitely don't want to cover it up. It is, so I do think if I do decide to add something a little extra to this next year's 52 weeks, that I'm going to have a multitude of script sizes so that I can pull the right script for the right box, so I'm not covering up any of the detail. So, 1957, the U.S. detonated a 1.7 kiloton nuclear weapon in an underground tunnel at the Nevada test site, which is 65 miles north of Las Vegas. Whoa. Really, dog? Why are you barking? Sorry if you heard that. She sees the birds outside. Okay, squirrel moment. She sees the birds outside, and she goes nuts. She wants to run out and chase him. I mean, we have such big oak trees. But anyways, I digress. That is what I have for you for this 52 weeks. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.